I felt very hopeless. I think at that moment, before I even knew about treatment, before I knew about recovery, I felt hopeless, that I had nowhere to go or nowhere to turn, and this was how the rest of my life was going to be.
Welcome to this week's edition of Recovery Happens. My name is Patrick Patterson, Center Manager for BW Rock. Today we're going to be sitting down with Caitlin as she offers hope to encourage recovery.
So life for me growing up was very similar to most people's probably upbringing. I came from a middle-class family. I was active in sports. I was in Girl Scouts. I was your typical little tomboy that wanted to be outside and pester my brother and sister. My parents were super supportive and always have been there for me, but I know alcoholism does run in my family. I realized I had a problem with drugs or alcohol probably after high school. So after I was done with high school, I started hanging out with friends. We would drink on the weekends, experiment with different types of drugs, smoking weed. It wasn't until I noticed I felt a little disconnected always, and once I started drinking and taking drugs, I felt a little more connected with life. But little did I know that that wasn't the correct connect. I went to a doctor and I was diagnosed with ADHD and anxiety, which led to 10 years of abusing Xanax and Adderall. Because I was prescribed medication, I thought it was completely okay to abuse this medication, right? I thought I could continue to take it and live life like a normal human being would. So I continued to go down a destructive course of craziness and blackouts and not remembering much of anything through my 20s. It's funny to me because when I was 25, 26, I think that's the first time I tried heroin. I had a bunch of friends in my early 20s that tried heroin, and I was that person. I will never touch heroin, right? I'm completely fine with what I do. I am prescribed this medication, so I can totally justify what I was doing was okay. And I don't know if it was the urgency to feel something different than I've been feeling because I was so medicated for so long that I thought it would be a good idea to try it. And little did I know those would be the worst 3-4 years of my life after I tried heroin. I felt very hopeless. I think at that moment, before I even knew about treatment, before I knew about recovery, I felt hopeless, that I had nowhere to go or nowhere to turn, and this was how the rest of my life was going to be. My first time going to treatment, I was celebrating my 30th birthday in there. I was told I had nowhere to go back to. My apartment was gone, so I heard about the recovery community in Port Huron, and I decided to make a big change in my life and move out here. So after I went to treatment, I went to a women's recovery house. I stayed there for 6 months, and I was able to save up money to make that next step in life to get my own place. The recovery community has supported my life in many ways. So not only just 12-step fellowships, but stepping outside of myself and helping other women, like women have helped me, doing work for the community, trying to be a part of something, much bigger than myself has been amazing. My biggest triumph since being in recovery is enjoying life for what it is, staying in the moment and embracing everything that's around me.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Recovery Happens. If you'd like to donate to the cause of recovery, please visit our website. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Country Style Marketplace.